The amount of people that have been complaining about Black Ops 6 Zombies is insane to me. And I'm not even talking about the type of like complaining where it's not complaining, it's constructive criticism saying, okay, here's the good, here's the bad. Yeah, maybe I'm not really liking it as much, but you know, it still has some stuff to offer and it still could be good. I'm talking about the complaining that's just the needless complaining that's just like, this isn't like World at War through Black Ops 3 Zombies, so it's absolute trash and this game sucks. It's like, come on now, that's completely ridiculous. The people who think that way are the people who are just so negative and bringing so much negativity into the world. And sure, there is a thing such as toxic positivity, where you're just overly positive about every single thing, regardless of if it's good or bad, you're praising it regardless. Mainly it's for those people who are like in sponsorships with the companies, like a partnership or a sponsorship with like Activision, and so they're like promoting the game, so they always talk good about it because it benefits them. They get more free stuff out of it. That's where it can really lead to like toxic positivity, like to an insane amount. They're just always praising it regardless, because the more they praise it, the better it is for them, the better the relationship with the company, and the more free stuff they get and that type of thing. But on the other hand, there's toxic negativity where it's just overly negative for the sake of being negative, because why not? It's Call of Duty. You gotta hate on it, right? Because that's just what everybody does, which is just so dumb, because you should know what to expect out of Call of Duty at this point. Like, let's be real here. You've seen over the past few years, if you're like most people who've been playing Call of Duty, they're always like, I keep saying things like, oh, I'm not gonna let Activision take my money and slap me in the face again. It's like, oh, okay, but like MW2, Vanguard, Black Ops Cold War, Call of Duty World War II, Modern Warfare, the Modern Warfare reboot from 2019, like all these different games, Black Ops 4, like all the games basically post Black Ops 3, you kind of know what you're getting yourself into. And it seems like a lot of people are just like, oh, I won't be blindsided by Activision. It's like, I get that, you know, they don't really treat the customers very well, I will say. And a lot of times they just kind of just push out games every year, you know how it is. But it seems like people are just overly negative for the sake of being negative, and they're like, oh, I'm not gonna be scammed by them like you guys are. And it's like, well, it's not a scam if I know what I'm buying, if I know what I'm actually getting here. It's like gonna have zombies, which is gonna be like Cold War with some big improvements. For one, there's like a new set crew for at least all of the maps except for one, being Liberty Falls. And then, you know, you kind of know what to expect there. Like, think of Cold War with some nice bonuses, like nice changes to it to make it maybe a little better. Removing one of the salvages, you know, adjusting, adding gobblegums back, and like that type of thing. You know, you can definitely criticize it. I'm not saying not to criticize. Always criticize if there's something that you want to get out there, but have it be constructive criticism. Don't just be hating on something just for the sake of hating it. Don't be like, yeah, I hate Black Ops 6 because, oh, they're just scamming you again. Like, no, be like, I don't like Black Ops 6. Maybe you even hate Black Ops 6, but give reasons why. Well, Liberty Balls. Case closed. I'm just kidding. But like, you could be like, okay, I don't really like the Cold War system way of doing it as much, and I prefer classic zombies. And in that case, just go back and play the classic zombies if you have them, you know, or maybe buy them. They're really expensive though. It's kind of just like, you can still talk bad about something. You can say that you don't like something, but have it be in the constructive way. Toxic positivity sucks. Toxic negativity sucks even more, because it's just overly negative. It just brings you down. It's like, come on, it's not worth it. People just have to stop complaining so much about the game just for the sake of complaining. Give all the constructive feedback that you want. Talk bad about the things that you don't like, but then admit that there's good with it. Like, I think the person who does this so well is Mr. Raffle Waffles. People have been like, you know, kind of talking trash about him, saying that he's always negative and stuff, but he's not always negative. I've seen like his videos, like his whiteboard videos. He dissects things piece by piece. I watched the full videos on some of those, and it's like, oh wow, this guy spends time thinking of positives, negatives, fixes to different negatives that are there, and just overall thoughts, and kind of ties it all together. And it's like, that is a great way of going about things. I don't get it. I don't know why people are angry with that. And then there's people that I'm not going to be naming names here who are complaining just because it's Call of Duty, like Black Ops 6 sucks and you shouldn't play it. And it's like, okay, and then they go on to be like, oh, well, you're getting scammed, you gotta be a loser. And it's like, okay, what's going on here? Why are you so angry? Like, why are people so miserable to where it's like, other people want to enjoy something and they kind of have an idea of what to expect, but then you gotta just tear them down and make them feel bad for like wanting to enjoy something. That's something that I've noticed a lot with Call of Duty. Same with other games that just get like really popular, but overwhelming negativity in the Call of Duty space is just really sad. And there's like some really cool people who are making really good content and being constructive about the game. And sure, Liberty Balls is Liberty Balls, but there's still a lot of fun that I think could be had with that. Sure, classic zombies is gone. It's probably not coming back. But we've had classic zombies for years. We've got World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, even though people are iffy on that one, I still enjoyed it. And then, you know, the new era with Cold War, MWZ, Black Ops 6 here. It's like, you kind of know what you're expecting here. And it's really redundant to just talk a bunch of trash without giving any constructive feedback with it, which I see so many people doing. You know, classic zombies, like I was saying, it's gone. But we have this new thing. We've got this new type of zombies, which sure, maybe it's not for you. Maybe it's not something you enjoy as much. Maybe you're just not a fan. Then you don't have to get the game. It doesn't mean you have to talk so much trash about it though, because there's so many people that are just like, well, it's not for me, and that's okay. Great, be like that person. Be like, yeah, it's not the Call of Duty zombies I personally like. But then there's other people who are like, well, it's not like Black Ops 3, so it's absolute trash and no one should buy it. And I'm like, bro, what is happening here? Why are you so aggressive with it? Like, why are you so, like, demeaning with it? I mean, it's because it's the internet and people are just negative, and being negative is what drives, you know, attention. Sure, I've made videos where it's kind of like you can perceive it as negative, but it's more like I just like to offer more constructive feedback. Like in my last video, or one of my last videos, I released Black Ops 4 multiplayer maps look more like zombies than Liberty Falls. I'm so used to saying Liberty Falls. Than Liberty Falls. And the truth is, it's basically true. Der Schatten and Remnant, like, you can't really argue with me there. Like, those look more like zombies maps than Liberty Falls. But I'm not just hating on the map. I think I mentioned in that video that there are things that I think will be really cool on Liberty Falls. I'm still really excited for Liberty Falls, even though it's not that classic experience that you really are, like, hoping for, perhaps. I still think it's gonna be fun. It's kind of like that, more of like a, you know, to shut your brain off, to shoot zombies, just kind of have like a good time. Not really too difficult, just kind of chilling out, having fun, you know? And I think that's great. I think that there should be a map like that, and there kind of has been maps like that in the past. Black Ops 3 with the Giant, you know, they had that bonus map. The Giant was the bonus map. It was more of like a turn your brain off, just have fun with it, you know? And that's one of my favorite maps on Black Ops 3. I just love playing that one because it's fun to just like kill zombies, level up, and get camos and stuff. And it's like, that's what Liberty Falls is gonna be. Sure, there's probably more to the map that we've yet to see, and I'm excited to see like the Easter eggs and stuff. I feel like they just failed to market it properly, and that's really where the feedback should be coming in, that we should be giving Activision. They marketed it as a whole complete map, basically the exact same as like how they were advertising Terminus, but just on a little bit of a smaller scale. And it's like, it doesn't really seem to be that. It seems to just be a bonus map that they kind of rushed out a little bit more. It doesn't really have that same zombies feel, but I still think it's gonna be fun. It's different, but I still think it's gonna be fun. That's kind of like the motto to go with just Cold War onwards with zombies. It's different, but it's still probably gonna be a good time. You know, like, I enjoyed Cold War zombies, even though it wasn't the classic zombies experience. I still thought it was a lot of fun. In fact, I even went back after Liberty Falls was announced and the gameplay was shown and everything, and I played Forsaken on Cold War. I was just having fun. Like, it was just a good time. Turning my brain off, just shooting zombies, just having a good time, you know? And it's like, sure, it's not that intense, hardcore, more mystery and more immersion, I would say, but it's still a fun mode. And if you want to have that classic experience, go back to the classic games. You know, I bought Black Ops 3 a few months back, and I was playing that, and it's a great time. But there's also a space for, like, there's a space for classic zombies, and there's a space for this new zombies. And I feel like just going on, dunking on it, just talking all this trash, being overly negative for the sake of being negative is just not needed by the community. I think there really needs to be a group of people who just start bringing more positivity to it. And I'm not saying everyone's overly negative. I'm just saying there's just a lot of negativity in the space from what I've seen. But there's also a good chunk of positivity. I want to be a part of that group of people who are positive, but not like overly positive to praise everything. I still want to talk about the bad, talk about the criticisms I have for the maps or whatever it is for the game. But I think that Black Ops 6 Zombies is going to be a blast. Is it going to be like the classic Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3 type of experience? No. But I'm fine with that because I can go back and I can play those games. I have Black Ops 1. I don't have the DLC for it, but I have Black Ops 1. And I have Black Ops 3 with all the DLC, and I might get Black Ops 2, and I also have Black Ops 4. And it's like, so I have all these like more like classic styled experiences, less so for Black Ops 4, but still I love Black Ops 4. I love all these games. They're different and unique in their own way, and they each have something that they can provide. Sure, you may not enjoy it as much, but they still have that value there that I think a lot of people can get enjoyment out of. I've enjoyed every single zombies experience that I've played. All of them. I find the things that I like, and I kind of like hone in with that. I'm like, wow, like for Black Ops 4, I think that the maps were really cool. I think that they did a cool job, like a good job with like the unique locations. Like, oh, now we're on Titanic. Oh, we're back on Alcatraz. Oh, we're in like a Roman Coliseum type of thing. Oh, we're taken back to like, classified, like with the Pentagon and like stuff like that. It's like really cool. Like you can still find the enjoyment, find the joy, and don't let your heart just be like consumed with negativity. In fact, that brings me to the last thing I wanted to say, which is just a quick Bible verse to end off this video. That being Proverbs 4:23. Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Basically, guard your heart. Don't let it be consumed by the negativity in this case, because as soon as you let your heart get pierced with the issues of life and you let it consume you, that's when you just start falling down a darker path and you become miserable. And I feel like that's what happened to a lot of these overly negative people that are just kind of negative for the sake of being negative. That's just my 2 cents on it. I'd love to hear what you think down below. And while you're down there, I want to build up this community. It's not just a YouTube channel to me. It's like a community of people that I want to build up and grow with and just have this really fun time together. My mission here is to make videos that are enjoyable to you, that bring a little positivity into the world, maybe inspire a little bit depending on the videos, and in addition to all that, kind of just like spread the word of God. Even though a lot of people aren't religious, I still think that talking about the Bible occasionally or God or whatever it may be, because that's my religion, you know, I believe in God and I want to share aspects of that. I want to share that with other people and just help other people in that way, because even if you don't believe in God, I still think like the Bible, for example, it's got a lot of good tidbits of information that you can use to improve your life with. So even if you don't believe in God or Jesus or whatever it may be, I still think it's good to just spread a good word, spread a good message, and I think this is a really good way of going about it. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed and want to join the community, scroll down and subscribe right now. With that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.